Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. As you can see, I'm going to be by myself tonight. Herb decided to go ahead and skip. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm just playing. I didn't really plan that well. I'm sorry about that. Let's give it up for the man of the hour, my loving brother, the one and only Herb. Herb, please join us. Okay, I think he's taking his sweet time going to join us. Okay. Herb could be extra when you guys aren't around, but he's gonna do it tonight anyway. Herb, all right. Oh my gosh, here we go.
Artlist.io.
Anytime you're finished, buddy.
Music.
Anytime you're finished.
Hello,
Robert. Is this our attire for tonight?
What? No, I mean, birthday. Might as well dress like a birthday boy. I mean, what's up? How you doing?
For those of us just tuning in, tonight is a night that we extol all things Herb Sylvester Ragsdale Jr. My brother, his birthday was yesterday.
Yes. Everybody should be happy to gaze upon my pulchritudinous self in all my glory. Thank you.
Okay. Before we dive into what you did yesterday or this past weekend to celebrate, let's jump into the comments right quick. Good evening, Carol. Excuse me. Thank you for joining us. Of course, Carol says happy birthday.
What's up, Carol?
Shout out to the one and only Big Mike, a.k.a. Big Mike. Of course, happy birthday wishes. Kat is in the building. Happy birthday, of course. Thank you, Kat, for joining us. And let's see. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Happy Tuesday, man. We appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you.
Shout out to our Canadian friend Trina. We appreciate you for joining us all the way up north. Justin Summerlin. I just had you, Justin. Yeah. Roll Tide, Justin. We appreciate you for joining us. And of course, the other half of the Alpha Pool. Lady Alpha, thank you for joining us on this beautiful evening. With that being said, Herb, yesterday was your birthday. How was your day yesterday? What did you do to celebrate? How did everything go? How are you feeling?
First off, I don't know if I can wear these shades the whole show because I can barely see any of y'all, but thank you, everybody. Thank y'all, everybody. Okay.
Are they really that dark?
Well, I wear my other glasses under them, so these are about to slide off. Plus, they're sunglasses.
Oh my gosh! I didn't realize you were wearing your other. Okay,
bro. If I didn't wear my other glasses, I couldn't see it. So seriously, thank you to everybody for tuning in and for giving the happy birthday wishes, man. You know I love y'all. We had people over the weekend. Know, Friday night. I think Saturday we chilled, and then Sunday had some guests, or was that Saturday we had some guests, and Sunday we chilled. The days run together, but good times. Worked a little yesterday. Scheduled a guest that was supposed to be yesterday. Scheduled them to today instead, so I could just kind of enjoy my night last night. Had a hydrated plenty last night. Watched some TV and had a good time, man. Yeah. Hydration.
Awesome. I hope I didn't miss you earlier, but Wynn, thank you for joining us. I can see you, Herb. I don't know what Herb's vision's like. He just basically said he couldn't see it, so I don't know what we're going with.
What is it? The higher the better. I'm probably working on like 50, 60 right
Roll
now.
Tide, Roll Mimi. Thank you for joining us. Roll Tide, Roll Mimi is in the building. We appreciate you for joining us. With that being said, Herb, we hope you had a good day yesterday. Hope you have a good week. Hope you have a good month, year, life, etc. Thank you for being my brother. I appreciate you. And of course, for those of you all who haven't been on any of our birthday specials before, we'll have people giving shout outs throughout the night, as long as we along with us talking about obviously Bama sports news. So with that being said,
Carol, your mother is a great woman. So.
Oh my gosh. With that being said, let's jump into some of the birthday wishes right quick.
Man, truly a special day. A man who is a legend, who should have countless statues made of him lining the walls of every city. Godzilla versus King Kong. Rodg is neither, and he is both. They don't make anyone like him anymore. Hell, ain't nobody like Herb. For real, Herb, I want to give you a special shout out on your day. Very excited to have you in my life. I can say the same is true of everyone here at the Bama Standard. You've been an absolute blessing. We've enjoyed spending time with you and getting to know you. And like I said before, man, there is truly no one like you. We're excited about what the new year brings. May God continue to bless you immeasurably more. And roll tide, sir. Happy 28th birthday, Herb. Oh, sorry. The Herb Ragsdale. Roll tide, sir.
Man, if y'all only knew the crap that Justin has to go through with me in the chats. I could be a difficult a-hole at times, man, but Justin has given us a great opportunity to be on the network. And Justin was helping us behind the scenes when it didn't, before we were streaming with him, you know, when it really didn't even matter to him, just to help. So, man, Justin, you're a great guy, man. I'm sorry. I've been, you know, I'm just difficult, man. My family knows it. Rodg knows it.
I'm used to it. I'm used to other. It takes other people some time to get used to, but no, we appreciate Justin. He's the president and co-founder of the Bama Standard Network, and as Herb mentioned, we're streaming to the network now, which is a great opportunity for Herb and I, and a great opportunity for them. So we appreciate Justin and everything that they've done for us. With that being said, I guess we do have to talk a little sports news at some point in the show if you want to. It's your show. We can do whatever you want to do.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So before we get started, you're looking kind of to your right. So can you see the screen? Can you not see the screen? What's going on there? I can't.
My eyes are actually straight on you. I could even see the comments and everything. Like, Trina just hit cats.
Remind me of the guy from Star Trek. He was kind of, when he was talking, he had the reading rainbow guy.
But he had that thing and he was scanning everything, Raj. So I can see you.
Okay.
You're not the most attractive person to look at anyway. So, you know, if I look away, just don't worry about it. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. So this past weekend, and to be honest with you, we're going to start talking about a little bit about recruiting. This past weekend and throughout the month of June, Bama is set to host. We hosted last weekend, and we're set to host a plethora of 4 or 5 stars, some 3 stars in there as well as far as recruits go. We got Jet Tamala, Booby Feaster, Jet Washington, Kenny Dobry, Sincere Johnson, Nolan Wilson. The list goes on and on and on. I'm not gonna go. Oh, don't forget about Xavier Griffin. I had to mention him. We're not going to go too much into detail about each person's position, what they're playing, what we think of them. But my question to you is, first of all, are you excited about this recruiting news? Did you expect this after DeBoer's first year? Like, what were you thinking this offseason was going to be like?
Dude, it's like, you know, there were some seeds that were planted when he first got here because he did travel around Alabama and visit different places. But you kind of felt in that first year he was just trying to get a hold of the program. Right. Yeah. But you hire Courtney Morgan, give him that bigger, you know, extension already, having just kind of barely been here. And you can tell, you know, like we both have the list in front of us. So and real quick, Bama Standard Network, great guy. Jonathan has a show Friday nights. He does. Way Outside guys are all over.
What time? Do you remember what time that was Friday? Is it 7:30, 8?
7:30 or 8, and Justin's probably gonna kill me, so I'll have to check on that one. But I feel like it's 7:30 that he does 7:30 that they do that on Friday nights. The Way Outside guys are usually out there with Thursday nights, 8 o'clock. So I usually do a split screen, them and Big Mike. So I don't want to listen to wrestling podcasts either. But anyway, back on those guys cover it way better too than us. So we have the names, you kind of have the crystal balls, but they didn't cover it. But no, they have hit it hard, you know.
Yes.
And the biggest thing, Raj, I see that's happening even more this year than last year is the players are recruiting other players.
Yes.
You know,
that was something I was
out there doing it. Yeah, Damian Brown's out there doing it. Keelan Russell's out there doing it. Like
And it's not just the players; it's the caliber of player that's doing it. I mean, right off the bat, the first two names you mentioned, Ryan Williams, who could possibly win Heisman before he leaves Alabama, and then Keelan Russell, who we're I guess expecting to start. We'll get some playing time this year. Maybe he might take over the keys next year. So when you have leaders of the program talking to you and saying, "Hey guys, it's not just hype. Like it's the real deal here. I'm from out of town. I'm from Texas. Keelan Russell's from Texas." And I love it here. I love the school. There's great opportunities here. This is where you guys need to be. And seeing him recruit guys like Booby Feaster. Booby Feaster's also from Texas. He knows Keelan Russell. They knew each other in high school. So it's good to see that.
Randy can't even play nice on my birthday.
It's good to see. Speaking of Randy, thank you for joining us.
I'm disappointed.
And I'll go ahead and let him read. Yes. So Justice Fitzpatrick, Minka's little brother, who I guess some of us just thought would come to Alabama as well, he ended up committing to Georgia. So kudos to them.
Disappointed in you, Randy.
Disappointed in Justice. Hey, kudos to him. Wish him nothing but the best. Going back to recruiting. So when DeBoer first got hired, I think one of the knocks on his name was some of the criticism he received was that he can't recruit in the South. He doesn't know what it's like in the SEC. It's going to be hard for him, blah, 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 blah. With that being said, and what we're doing right now, do you think he's proving his haters wrong, or is it going to take time for us to get in person, then we can make that statement?
Say that last part again.
So do you think DeBoer is proving his haters wrong as far as him recruiting in the South, or do we need to really wait?
It's every year. It's every year. You got to wait till the commits. You got to wait to see actually stay, how many actually stay. It's every year. You're never gonna. Yeah. And like I said, how many actually stay, Rodg, and then what the record is, man. If he has, there's an outside chance of him getting a number one recruiting class. But if these guys, if we get a number one recruiting class and go 9-4 again, or worse, they're not gonna care who's coming here. They're gonna do that. So
no, that's a good point. I mean, we can go off and look at the list of names that we're recruiting and guys that are going to be on the university, but obviously we're not going to get all of them. And then even if we do get some hard commits or some verbal commits, we still have to get them in the program, see how long they're going to stay, develop them, get them some playing time. So there's a lot that goes into it other than just, putting stuff out. Let me
ask you a question about it, Rodg.
Yeah.
Do you look more at the recruiting aspect or the transfer portal? Like where do you look at?
That's a good question. I look maybe right now more at the transfer portal because I like us getting guys like Isaiah Horton. Oh, good Lord. Guys that are already proven talent. Guys coming out of high school, 3, 4, 5 stars. We know what they did in high school, but they haven't proven anything at the collegiate level. So that's why I love getting these good guys out of the transfer portal because I know what they can do. Again, I mentioned Isaiah Horton. We're expecting big things from him this year. Him, the Germinator, and Hollywood. That's going to be a nice little trio we've talked about. But I am seeing the great debate sign, which means that we are getting ready to leave. But before we do that, let's have someone else chime in and just give Herb a happy birthday, so we can kind of keep that rolling as well. Let's see who's next.
What's going on, Pilot Herb? Your man, Stephen M. Smith here. Just wanted to say it's the best pilot in the business, controlling Bama Vision, good friend of mine, the better Ragsdale. Happy birthday, Herb. Looking forward, man, to chopping it up with you in just a few moments on Bama Vision. But I just want to come in and let you know, man, happy birthday, brother. Love you, appreciate you, and it's a joy to be able to do an outstanding morning show with you on the Bama Standard Network. Hey, the man Herb.
Appreciate you, Stephen. Appreciate the kind words, man. People don't remember. I don't even remember this. Stephen M. jumped on our program before we were even like on Bama Standards Network, man. Through a mutual friend, they said, "Hey, will you, jump on their show?" And he said, "Yeah." And it was like a couple months. Like Stephen M. was on 3 of the 4 shows a week, and he's always been encouraging of us. And no, Trina, that's because you haven't seen Stephen M. The better Ragsdale, he's been doing that for a while. Because Rodg, actually, we've taken a poll of all the people that watch the show, and Rodg is currently leading 132-7 and votes on who likes Rodg better. So I've been tallying.
So we took a poll from 139 people. Okay. Okay, it's a real.
Well,
weird
and how
number.
many different people on the show and what they've said at the end. And Randy's in there twice because he's picked you 2-0 against me. So,
oh my gosh.
like that. And Kat, yes, I think he recorded that right before Bama Vision. So
that was the thing that Herb and I were laughing about. So, first of all, we appreciate Stephen M for joining in, for sending in the video. We appreciate everything you've done for us. So he sent that video over yesterday. So it did look like he just woke up. And Herb, for those that don't know, Herb and Stephen M do a show called Bama Vision every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, obviously, for the Bama Standard Network. It's like get your cup of coffee, just sit there and tune into some Bama football news or Bama basketball news in general. So if you're not watching it, please join that every Monday morning. I watch it when I'm at work. I got my coffee in my hand and I'm ready to go. It's energetic, it's hype. People are live in the comments, and it's always good to see. Yes, Randy, I was thinking the same thing. I think Randy has voted for both of us equally, and we're going to leave it at that.
Randy is 2-0 voting. Randy is 2-0 voting for you over me. I will never forget that. So,
all right.
God, you're the cooler, better looking Rags, though. It's all good.
So with that said, obviously you have something pulled up here and behind the scenes. The great debate. Go ahead. Let's get it over with. Let's get you tingled.
I guess it's your birthday. You just want to get to see who's going to win without me even saying.
No, let's do the debate. I think I already mentioned my part because you popped in the great debate.
You went with transfer portal. I'm surprised because I thought you might go with recruits with transfer portal, but you have to go with recruiting. They're the lifeblood of your team. You can't. I don't feel like the Colorado model or even the Ole Miss model is sustainable. Trying to do 20, 30 transfer portal guys every year. You've got to go for these big classes. And then let's be honest, with the NIL, the recruits are playing, the freshmen are playing more, sooner. So I think recruiting will always be a thing. The transfer portal for some of these bigger teams like your Alabamas and your Georgias, you're not going to go get a huge transfer portal class. You're going to pick out key guys, the key 4 or 5 guys, hope you hit on 2 or 3 of them, and that's going to be your whole class. But recruiting is still the lifeblood of your program. And you still that's always what'll make it go. So
that's true. That's a decent point. I've heard a lot better, but that's a somewhat decent point. But let's be honest. I said my point. Herb said his point. Let's just get to the entertainment value of the whole great debate. Nobody really cares about our opinions on that. But go ahead. Let's knock it out. Who is it this time?
Hey guys. So we know that normally these debates go to Herb, but today I'm thinking that we're gonna
hold up. Rodg, you really think we're going to take the dub on this one? Even on Herb's birthday? Sorry, Mr. Rodg. You took another L again. Oh, by the way, Herb, happy birthday!
Kat, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Kat. I like how you reminded me that I took another L. By the way, you took another L. Like, okay, thank you. 1.5 to 8.5. Thank you, Kat. Your son, we appreciate you guys as always. So let's go back to the comments. So Justin, we will be getting to that video in a second here. That's another thing I guess about recruiting is NIL does is a big play when it comes to recruiting. So. With that being said, I don't know how much money Bama has to allot to each player and everybody, but we're going to do the best we can in this recruiting cycle. Again, we're just hosting a lot of people this month, and we hope we can get some of these guys in here and continue to build the program. Oh, yes, Kat, I know it was just William.
I've just been told, why am I bouncing around like I'm listening to music? This is my Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out that too. I wish you would take off those
First off, it's my birthday. You're not supposed to fuss or question. Whatever if I sit over here butt naked in the middle of this thing, everybody just gotta watch it. Sorry.
Yeah, please do that. All right. With that being said, let's get into one more quick shout out. This one might go my way.
Just wanted to send a special happy birthday to a really cool addition and guy I'm so glad that's now part of the network and got to know here the last few weeks. Rodg, happy birthday. I hope it's a great day. What? Check my notes. This is a special day. Don't screw this up. It's Herb, asshole. It's his special day. Oh, shit. Herb, my bad, man. It's your birthday. Herb, happy birthday, man. I hope it's a special day. You're the bomb. Have a good one. Your man, Petty.
Oh
Daniel
my!
Petty. Shout out to Daniel Petty. He's also a member of the Bama Center Network. That was absolutely hilarious. And I love the Rodgerick part of that because that was like the inside joke right there that we've been having going for a while. So,
Yes.
Petty, we appreciate you. I heard anything on that? Well, you're good.
No, I'm texting him right now.
Okay.
Daniel Petty, you are hilarious, bro.
Gotcha. So
No,
before
that
we
was.
jump
Oh,
off,
I know. I'm sorry. And yes, like I said, Daniel's been one of the guys that kind of welcomed us in from the Bama Standard as well. Really great guy. Really, I know he helps out a lot behind the scenes as well as on air as well. He's on a show at this current time. That's why we haven't been able to get him on, but he's also the oldest person that we want to get on here as well. But no, DP, love you, bro. I am texting you right now. You are hilarious. Love you, man. So appreciate the
I like
video.
how you text and you read out. I like how you read out your text out loud when you're texting. You are hilarious. Awesome. Okay.
Because I just want everybody to know what I'm doing.
Another question I forgot to ask you regarding recruiting, though. Okay, thank you.
I'm listening.
Are there any positions that you think we need to harp on as opposed to recruiting? Are there quarterback, running back, wide receiver? Are there any certain positions you think we need to focus on?
Yeah, D-line, edge. We got to get after the quarterback. I always feel like we've got so many in the backfield that we've been. I mean, sorry, in the DB room and the safeties. I feel like we've always had so much of that. Edge guys, D-line guys. You know, I think that's one reason why they've been after like a KJ Ford so hard, trying to get a guy like that. But you got to get after the quarterback, Raj. That's the position I'll always say I think we need to focus on. And the quarterback is a weird one just because you have to have that pipeline, but it's harder to get people here when they know like next year Keelan Russell is going to be the guy. So Kat, we need some QB hunters. I agree on that.
That's true. One of the names that popped up for me was when Xavier Griffin first decommitted. And then it's funny when a player decommits from somewhere and then everybody goes on social media and they're like, you know what I'm saying? They're like,
today, by the way.
And then everybody goes on social media and they're like, oh, he's coming to Bama. Roll Tide. Here he comes. And it's just like, we'll see what happens. I hope so. But Xavier Griffin was that one name that came to mind, 5-star linebacker. Hopefully we can entertain him enough and get him to the cap zone. So we're looking forward to it. What is Mike's? We could get one recruit as awesome as Herb is. Yeah, Mike has been hyping you up in all the comments all night. So I don't know if he's looking for some sort of monetary compensation here or whatever. But
Mike's just awesome. Mike quit another show. Like begged him to be on there just to show up for us tonight.
How would you be acting right now if Mike wasn't here?
How would I be acting?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be a little sadder.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike's always nicer to me than you are, Raj, even though he was the one that founded the RFC.
Yeah. Speaking of the RFC, Mike, I'll be reaching out to you regarding meetings and a cookout we have coming up and things like that. And we got to discuss the budget as well. Kind of getting kind of weird. Okay. Yes. That being said, hold on. Let's get one more video. And we got a plethora of them in here. So just trying to pick them out.
Mike definitely rocks.
Speaking of.
What's up, guys? Just wanted to stop in and say happy birthday, Herb. I've sat around. I've wondered for a while now what to give you for your birthday and what to say during this video. And I've finally figured out the best present I can give you is the answer to the question that you guys have asked me for years now. And I've always said I was going to hold off on answering it. But it's the answer to who I would choose between Herb and Rodg. And as much as I love Rodg, I am the former president of the Rodg fan club. It's Herb. I choose Herb. Herb's my best friend in the entire world. I love you, man. You're my brother. You're my family. I love Rodg as like a brother as well, but it's Herb. There's no denying that. I love you, man. Thank you for everything you have done in my life over the past few years. And I look forward to many more years of friendship and brotherhood with not only both of you, but you, Herb, especially. And happy birthday. I love you, man. That's all I can say.
Wow. That was emotional. That was nice, Mike. Herb, appreciate you doing that. I'm not sure how I'm going to act now that I have to find a new president of the RFC. Mike, I had big things planned. I had big things planned for the RFC. Now you're going to help me take us to the top and just do some really, really big things on social media. But just letting you know right here on air, you're going to have to be replaced, and I'm going to have to let you go. Herb can start. Herb can start their own thing. I don't care what you call it. It can't be HFC. It's too close to what I'm got going on. So y'all figure it out, and yeah, we want to go on that end. So I'm just playing. Mike, we appreciate you. Thank you for joining us.
Love you,
for
Mike.
everything you do. Yep.
Mike has done more for us than anybody, I think, on and off air. But it has nothing to do with the podcast, man. Mike has just been a good friend, period. And one of those guys that's always there for you, man. So I appreciate you, Mike, and love you, brother. So thank you.
Yes, of course. With that being said, I think that kind of wraps up the recruiting talk for now. Again, we'll probably try to get a guest on or have a little segment which dives deeper into recruiting at some point in the future, especially maybe towards the end of the month or at some point when we get some of these recruits and get them in here and kind of see what they have to say for the program and see who's going to commit. Again, when you look at the long list of names, I mean, are we going to get all these guys? No, obviously not. We're not going to get all of them, but we can only hope so. So we'll see what happens on that end.
And a lot of them, Rodg, is just good to have your name attached to them as well. I think that's kind of the thing. So
that's it. And that's a point you brought up on another show at one point. For a lot of guys that are getting recruited, they want to be able to tell people that Bama is recruiting them or Bama reached out to them. That, regardless of whether they're coming here or not, that says something that just speaks volumes. Whether you could call it something to brag about or just something to be proud about, people want to be able to say, yeah, man, Bama reached out to me. So that's a pretty cool thing to have on their line. So while we still stay in the realm of college football, so last week, and we posted this on Twitter and TikTok and everything else, PFF gave out their college football offensive line rankings. And I want to get your opinion on this first. Well, we kind of slightly discussed it, but regarding the rankings, Alabama was number 1, Utah was 2, Texas A&M was 3, Florida was 5, Florida was 4, and Oregon was 5. First of all, what are your initial thoughts? Were you surprised to see Alabama at 1? Okay.
I don't think that you can rank Alabama at 1 given what's happened maybe in the last year or two. Maybe purely like on, Brailsford starting at center, that's your best option. But all over the place, Dewberry's new might be fitting in. Proctor with is a highly touted one, but you got to kind of lock him down. Is he losing, weight? Is he going to be able to hold down that? I said there's just no way I could do number 1. And I would have like on talent, and could they end the year at number 1? Absolutely. But until I get, until I see it on paper, no, I never would have put us number 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think the potential
start.
You wouldn't have where would you have put us? Top 10 maybe?
Maybe top 10. I think it was asked on another show, and I was like, between 10 and 15, just to start, make them go out there and prove it. So that's how I felt about it. But there's no way I could start it at number 1.
Yeah, I hear you. Trina's kind of sharing your sentiment as well. I didn't think we were going to be number 1 too. I think to Herb's point, I think the potential is there for us to be number 1, but it still has to be proven over these first 4 games. So we'll see how that goes, especially game 4 when we play Georgia. We're going to have to. Our O-line's really going to have to be playing top notch on that game in order to kind of give Ty and the running back some room to breathe, and Ty some room to breathe so he can throw the ball. So we'll see about that. I'm not too familiar. Like, I see Utah at number 2, but I'm not too familiar with what they got going on. I do know Cam Rising finally didn't he retire? I believe. I think he just ended up medically retiring.
Yeah, he just finally retired. But Utah's always been a strong physical team.
Yeah.
But them being high in the rankings does not surprise me at all. That's how they have really, even when like USC was a high flying, great scoring offense, Utah would slow them down because they were always a physical team and could run it, control the ball. So that doesn't surprise me, Utah. And Oregon's just building everything up. So neither one of those.
Oregon's always got those big guys up front. So one of the guys I always think about is like Sewell and the guys like that for Oregon. So they'll be proud. They'll be all right up there. So yeah, I share the same sentiments as Herb. I think that our O-line has the potential to be number one at the end of the season, but we need guys to stay healthy. We need Proctor to do what he does. We need another good season from Brailsford, Jaden Rombers, Formby, those guys like that. And we'll see. And like I said, I think Game 4 against Georgia is where we're really going to prove how tough our offensive line is. Right. On the other side of the ball, before we get to the other side of the ball, let me chime in. Keep these going as well.
Herb, happy birthday, brother. Just had to chime in, let you know how much you've meant to me over the years. Appreciate your friendship. You're a great guy. You already know that you are the man. I hope you have had a great birthday and have a great year. And I wish you all the best. Love you, brother.
The official first person to have the name the man. Was he in witness protection when you had to film it?
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing when I saw the video. I was like, man, are you doing this in secret or something? This is kind of strange. But hey, we appreciate E. We appreciate you, man. E and Herb go way back to the 90s when we first moved to Tuscaloosa. And they used to play ball at the rec, the old rec, when it had carpet and no glass backboards and had the white. I don't even know what that was made of. Those backboards were like white and they weren't breakaway rims. You couldn't really dunk. You weren't supposed to dunk on them. I'm sorry. But they go back to those days. So shout out to E. Thank you for chiming in.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you, E. Appreciate you. We go way, way back. He's been a great friend for a long time.
Yeah. So on the other side of the ball, PFF came out either yesterday or today with their top 5 defensive line. And again, I want to get your opinions on this. Number 1 was Clemson.
Fair.
Bama was number 2. Texas Tech number 3. Florida at number 4, and 5 is Penn State.
Yeah. So, can I say this real quick on Mimi's, and then we'll move more into that? Yeah, Mimi, I think there's improvement, but it's kind of like we got to see it on the field, and there's just a lot of question marks. Exactly. Yeah. So it's not that we don't have number 1 talent, but we got to prove that we're number 1. That's it.
And that's why I said I
love Jaden Roberts.
The first 3 games will be somewhat of a test because it'll be first 3 games. But Game 4, when we go to Athens, that will be the true test to see how strong our offensive line is, as long as we can stay healthy.
Yep.
So,
defensive-wise, I'm kind of surprised that we're high up there. I definitely think we need to get after the quarterback more. LT Overton needs to have a big year. I mean, that's what everybody's been saying. He needs to have a big year. He needs to finish plays a little bit more, and I think that'll elevate because I think he's got the guys behind him. I think if you don't give guys chance to throw, those DBs are going to lock some people down. So our line gets after them, we'll be good.
Agreed. And I think this kind of caters to us having all these returners on defense this year as well. And I think this speaks volumes because, we put out videos about it. Once we found out everybody was coming back on defense, because it was a surprise, we thought some guys would leave and go to the NFL. But a lot of people are coming back, and a lot of these guys bought into the system that DeBoer has, and they want to kind of continue the tradition. And let's be honest, they want to win a national title, get back to the playoff and win a national title. So having a lot of the defensive starters come back is huge for Alabama this year. I think they're gonna have some really, really good games. Keenan, LT Overton, Lawson, a lot of those guys. We already know about the DB room. We've talked about that a few times already. The DB room is going to be loaded. I think overall, offensively and defensively, Bama's just set to have a big year. We've talked about it several times. With that being said, are you more excited to see the offense this year or the defense?
Always offense, but that has nothing to do with what we have coming back on defense. I am that game was 50-30, great game kind of person. I'm not lean old Alabama, LSU 9-6 kind of person. So I always want to see the off. You'll see how I gush about my favorite wide receivers and my favorite running backs and my favorite quarterbacks. Like, who are your favorite defensive players? I'm like, that. That's just how I'm built. So, I'm always way more excited about offense. So I think the defense.
Trina. Trina. I think a lot of this stuff is just helping out with engagement during the offseason, just trying to get everybody's feel. Those are both coming from PFF, which is a pretty cool source. So again, everybody has the thoughts about it. Herb and I kind of feel like we're rated somewhat high on them, maybe a little higher than we need to be, but we will prove it over the season. And again, at the end of the season, it'll be curious to see where we land, whether it's in the top 5, top 10, or regardless of what happens. So looking forward to that. So I guess that's going to be all for football right now.
Goes with that one too, by the way. That's where that goes.
Yeah. True. Another one, Tim Keenan. We hope he has a good season as well. So we're looking forward to that. Very, very excited for this first game of the season in Tallahassee on August the 30th.
Can I say this one too real quick?
Okay.
Just because, hey, Kat has actually coined the phrase.
Oh, yes. We're no longer using rat poison. Rat poison was for the Nick Saban era. The new term is husky droppings, and that was via Kat. She's the one who trademarked the phrase and everything. So husky droppings. But Trina, we understand you, and we don't want that to feed into anybody's ego of, oh, well, look at how top we are. No. Let's prove it on the field. Again, we could do it in Tallahassee to start off, but the big test will be against Georgia. A game we are all looking forward to. Nervous, but looking forward to seeing. So
and maybe
Saturday,
I agree with you on the defense. I think it's going to be stellar. And just from the little glimpses I've had, the defense is way ahead of the offense still. I think we'll start off the season strong. Go ahead, Rod. I'm sorry. I just wanted to.
No. Good. You're good. Shout out to Jay Bake. Thank you for joining us, sir. We appreciate you.
What's up, Jay Bake? Jay Bake, the troublemaker.
Jay Bake is a lively guy, man. We appreciate you for joining us.
Yes, sir. Always. Love you, man.
Saturday night. So obviously last week we found out about Phylon returning. Saturday night we briefly talked about it.
Basketball? Hold on.
Unhinged.
Go ahead, start.
Do what you got to do. During our episode of Unhinged Saturday night, Herb and I briefly talked about his return and how excited we are and how we're looking forward to how we're looking forward to seeing what he can do for us next season and what a great addition this is for our program, because we were all under the impression that he was staying in the NBA draft. Obviously, he changed his mind, and as Herb just changed his outfit. So with that being said, we kind of want to take a look at Alabama's early schedule next year. They've got some pretty rough games early on, but we all know Nate Oates likes to schedule tough games early on to kind of get a feel of what type of team he has. We're used to it by now. It's been several years. Do we have the graphic? Let's see. Or do you have the schedule? The top?
No, I think I just sent it to you as a text, not like
Okay.
as a printable one, just because some of them have not, like our schedule is not 1,000% complete.
Yeah.
So you have several tournaments that you're in that you haven't really determined who you're going to play with. But, November 8th at St. John's and Madison Square Garden, that is already won. They are the preseason number 1. So that's going to be a huge way to kick off the season for sure.
Right.
November 14th, Purdue. November 19th, Illinois.
Illinois is going to be tough.
Yep.
I was looking at that Thanksgiving, the Players Era Festival. The Players Era Festival, if you guys haven't taken a look at it, there's going to be a lot of top-tier teams in the Players Era Festival, some of them being Auburn. I know I had to mention them. Creighton, Kansas. Even though Kansas didn't have a stellar year last year, I'm expecting them to try to recruit pretty well and be back in it. Houston's going to be there, Gonzaga, Michigan, Notre Dame, Oregon, Syracuse, St. John, including them, and Tennessee. So a lot of those teams, I don't know who we're going to play. We haven't seen the schedule yet, but those are going to be some of the teams we're going to play early on. And when I say early on, I kind of look at the SEC season like the second half of the schedule, because the first half is just you're playing a whole bunch of different teams. With all that being said, how do you think Phylon factors into this? Do you think he's going to help us out tremendously, or do you think it's going to take some time for us to kind of gel together to see what we're kind of looking at for the basketball?
Definitely time to gel together, because you've lost so much. You lost a lot of leadership and you lost a lot of production from last year.
Right.
Sears and Nelson were just, Elite Eight and Final Four. You got to you hate the legend term, but those guys in Alabama basketball lore are just two of your tops, all times from what they were able to accomplish while they were here. So just losing that, Phylon has to kind of go from I was a freshman, kind of quiet guy out there to now I got to take the starting reins. You know what I mean? I got to maybe be a little bit more vocal. It's one of the few holdovers from last year. So It's definitely gonna look different. I like the way the schedule, and with Kat saying there too. I think it does help for March.
That's true,
But you got to kind of get through it, Right. So I know he's been here a minute, but he's also his seasons keep ending with injury. So you can't, you don't know how vocal he can be in the locker room or what he can accomplish yet. So, and yeah, Nelson and Sears, those was just like I said, great guys. I mean, I think a million things have been said, and you can continue to do it. But in the Elite Eight, Final Four stuff that just never been done here, they were great for this team. I think we're going to take some lumps early on. That's why, even with the jumps, Rodg, we were like mid-20s on a lot of people's charts. With Phylon came back, I've seen us as high as 10 on them, and 14, 15. I don't know if all that matters. I could see us dropping early on before we get into SEC play. So.
I hear you. Same here. Yeah. No, I agree. Same. We're looking at some of the teams that we're going to be playing. It's going to be a tough schedule going ahead. But I like it. I like playing these tough games because I hate, to your point, I hate going to the SEC schedule and saying, oh man, I just hope we win, or just going out and losing a lot of games because we were just expected to win a lot of them. I like getting these good tests, and a lot of the names that I read on, again, I don't know how good they're going to be next year. I don't follow a lot of these teams recruiting. I don't know who they lost to the draft or who transferred out. So I'm just looking at them as far as their names. And again, St. John's is one of those we might end up playing at this festival, at this tournament, but we shall see. But I'm looking forward to it. Again, we already talked about how excited we are about the Phylon news. So we're looking forward to that. And before we jump into our next part of the basketball subject, let's go ahead and see. Apparently, a lot of people like you, so we'll get into this.
What it do? It's your boy JB checking in. Just want to give a happy birthday salute to my dog, the old man of the clique, Herb, the better rags there. Happy birthday to your fam. Man, we appreciate everything you do, man. We love you like a brother. Enjoy your birthday. Don't do too much. Don't get in trouble with the missus. And shouts out to Rodg, by the way. But happy birthday to my dog, Herb. Have a good one, brother.
Appreciate it. Give me a shout out. Appreciate JB.
JB one of the first people we reached out to podcast wise to ask questions about, and then came on the show, and we've just always been willing to help us out, man. Good guy in person too as well. So yeah.
Chad, I am catching them left and right, but I'm handling it. It's all good. Looks like J Bake starting some mess in the chat again. We love J Bake. Oh, we got a new person here. Let me see. Let me put her name. Brittany Ragzode. Yeah, what JB said. Brittany. Herb, do you know a Brittany or
yes, he said don't get in trouble with the missus, and I'm probably getting in trouble by calling her Brittany. That's when you know you got a strong wife. When she chimes in right when she's supposed to chime. I told him not to do that. So, yeah. Hey, if y'all hear a little doop coming down the steps, that means she's coming to choke me out. So
yeah. Regarding so back to basketball. Sorry about that. Way to jump off that for a second.
Hey,
so one of the things
did you say what Jay Bake said about basketball?
I missed it. Sorry about that. What did it? Nope, I did not. Hope the Knicks don't try and. Oh gosh. I haven't heard anything about that. I think ever since we realized how good of a coach Nate Oates was, we always expected that over time the NBA would come calling. Before I jump into that, do you think his model fits the NBA? And if so, do you see him leaving Bama anytime soon?
I think because he's built this program, and he has a certain amount of latitude with it, in the way he can coach these guys. Like, I don't think in the NBA he could have sat Jalen Brunson down for a whole second half,
right?
And gotten away with that. So, and I hate to say gotten away with it. He was the right move, and he's the coach. But I don't think it translates well. So I think he's a college coach. If he was going to leave Alabama, it's got to be like a Duke, which isn't happening. They already have their succession plan. Like a Kentucky, like you feel like it's got to be one of the top tier blue bloods in basketball. It's not going to be a lot of moving. I just don't see the NBA. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Jay Spake's also hearing that maybe Dan Hurley going to the Knicks. That would be interesting. He is a Northern guy, and I wonder if Dan Hurley realized, hey, I'm going back-to-back at UConn. I don't know when we'll get back to that tier, so maybe try out something new. Could be interesting.
Hurley and his antics are not going to play in the NBA.
Yeah, that's it, and that's something we saw this past season. I guess whenever they lost the game, he kind of threw a little temper tantrum after some of these games. Kind of talked to the refs, and he would even go on post-game shows and just basically not hold back at all, just say exactly how he felt. So in the NBA, there's going to be a lot of ejections and a lot of texts coming that way because they don't tolerate that stuff. In the NBA, if you're a coach, you can't really do much wrong, let alone a player. So, yeah, I agree with you there. Cat on notes, he's built the program to me. He is a college coach. He can still chew some booty. Yep. So, yeah, I'm hoping NATO stays as long as do some stuff. So, yeah, I'm hoping NATO stays as long as he can. I do think we have the potential to win a national championship very soon. With that being said, one thing we wanted to talk about was projected starting top 5 for next year's basketball team. So, Herb, do you want me to give you mine first, or you want to go first?
Go ahead and give me yours, and let me see if there's any changes.
Okay, I got. Oh, JB, appreciate you for joining us, man. We just took a look at the video. Yeah, there you go, Herb. Okay.
My bad. Sorry.
We appreciate you for joining us, JB.
Yes, sir.
Love you, man. Hope all is well. So now we're talking about the starting 5 for next year. Here I'm going to give you my starting 5. Herb's going to either give us his, or just we'll see what happens. I guess Phylon at starting point guard. That's just to be said. There's no questions there. 6'4", 180. He's one of the best shot makers on the teams, or shot developers. Even better defender. He shot 32% from 3 last year. Hoping we can increase that a little bit, and averaging a little about 11 per game. So he started to heat up midway through the season towards the end. So, of course, he's going to be our starting point guard. Shooting guard, I was kind of up until I like Wrightsell, but I don't know if he's going to be ready to go right away when the season starts regarding his current injury. So I had Jalil Betha there, 6'5", 190, guy from Miami. He only averaged about 7 or 8 points last year, but I think we can increase that production. I do like his length, 6'5", 190. That's one thing we were missing from the guard position last year.
Yep.
Excuse me. 3 and 4 were kind of interesting. 3, I went with Taylor Boboan. He's 6'10", 200 pounds, kind of lean guy, but he is 6'10". Again, he's got the length. He averaged about 2 points a game, but the length and the rebounding, the size will definitely help us out. Number 4, I got like a slash right here. We had Aiden Sherrill, he's returning, 6'10", 240. And then we have an incoming freshman from Connecticut, London Jameson, who's 6'8", 200 pounds. We kind of know what Sherrill's skill set is. We saw him play last year. We only know what London Jameson could do based off what we see off YouTube highlights and things like that. So I was kind of split there. Again, you have Sherrill with the knowledge of the game and knowledge of being a Bama, or do you go with the younger guy? I'm not sure. I want to kind of get your point on that after I finish. And at 5, rounding out the centers, the transfer from Bucknell, Noah Williamson, 7 foot, 250 pounds. I think you go ahead and plug him in there. He averaged 17 and 7 last year at Bucknell. So you put him in there and he'll kind of fill in for Big Cliff and Grant. So based on my top 5, excuse me, what do you think, Herb?
I've seen a lot of Wrightsell at the 2 or the 3. I think that's the only change. And maybe Sherrill a little bit at Sherrill or Williamson in there. I'd like to see Sherrill start for sure, since he was since he's one of the holdovers from last year. I'm glad you didn't mention it. So I've seen a lot of projections where they think Aiden Holloway has a chance to start. I don't want to see that either.
I didn't even think about doing that.
Yeah.
So if
I didn't want
with those projections, if you have Holloway starting, what do you do? Move Phylon to the 2?
Or Holloway could be your 2, but I don't like. So we're gonna throw that out. I don't like that at all. So I do like Phylon, Wrightsell, Sherrill starting. Let me see.
Who's your small forward? Is it Taylor Bowen?
I might, because of his height, move Bowen down a slot and have if I can get Bethea and Wrightsell at my 2 and 3. But I might have Bethea at the 2 and Wrightsell at the 3. I feel like it's a little bit big, but I feel like that gives me plenty of shooting around Phylon. And I've seen Bowen and Sherrill as the starter. I'd like to see a little bit more of Williamson. And I do agree, Kat, I would love to see one more big. But it's kind of like just moving a couple pieces around, and then, I haven't really included the freshmen, so I need to see a little bit more of them, right, and see which one of them fits in quickly. But no, I think your starting five was surprisingly solid.
Surprisingly solid. Thanks a lot, Herb. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited about it. The guy again, London Jameson is one of these names that just kind of rings. I just like his size, and the reason Herb and I keep talking about size is because that's one thing that was missing during the Duke game last year in the tournament. They just beat it. They were bigger at us than on all sides of the ball in every single position. They outscored us, and then we just couldn't get our shots up, and they made us feel uncomfortable. So we're hoping to kind of fix that issue next season. So I'm excited to see the season. Of course, excited for Fireline return. I think that's a go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, they're right. Yes, I saw Cheryl getting in on the football recruiting because it was posted on Twitter.
I did not.
And I've seen that one a lot. Cheryl the 5.
Yeah, I've seen that because Cheryl's a big guy too, 6'10", 240, and then Williamson back him up, and then Bowen at the 4. Again, all these guys are around the same height, which would make sense. It just depends on their playing style, how many points. Offensive production is going to be huge too, so we'll see who could help us out there. And I think that to JB's point, I think you're going to see a mixture of this throughout the season. Some of these guys will start, some of these guys will bench until Nate Oates gets a good feel on his starting five and who we need to acclimate where. So yeah, good point, JB. We'll see. Looking forward to it. Can't wait for basketball season.
Yes, sir. No, but I like
with that being said, got a couple more people that actually wanted to speak to you. I don't know why, but whatever.
Wow.
How's it going, guys? Bo here. Just wanted to wish Herb a happy birthday from a unique spot to my favorite co-host. Have a great rest of your day.
Appreciate you.
Bo had to give us the video from some sort of lake pond, wherever he is on a bridge, whatever the case may be. Yeah. With that,
maybe I do disagree with Holloway. I'd rather see him coming off the bench and leading the second unit versus being a starter.
Yeah, I'm the same way, JB. We like Holloway's production last year coming off the bench, and that's where I would rather keep him at. Again, it's his size. If Holloway was 6'5", 6'6", I might keep him in. I don't know. I might keep him in there, but with him being, it depends on where you check. Some people might say 6'1", some people 6 feet. To me, he looks like 5'9", 5'10", to be honest with you. So I don't know how Holloway is. I don't know. I'll be honest.
Just freaking that man as we sit here and talk.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, any more thoughts on the college basketball season going into next year? Just looking forward to it.
Just excited for sure. Like I said, I think we'll take lumps early. We'll get it put together, and I think Nate Oates has a plan. I mean, I still think Elite Eight is within our sights, and they gel quicker than I think, or we do recruit maybe one more big or another 3-and-D. I think it'd be good. So looking forward to it.
All right. Let's get one more.
Happy birthday, Herbo. Boy, you getting old, boy. Got some old folks want to tell you happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Herb. Happy birthday, Herb.
Happy birthday, my boy. Enjoy it, man. Boy, you getting old, boy.
Shout out to Ricky, man.
Yeah, Ricky, my coworker, his family came over to swim this past weekend, so we all had a good time. He's got a great family. Anybody who puts up with me and starts a business with me will always have my respect. So, man, appreciate you, Ricky.
Yeah, Big Mike, good point here. Yeah, we're going to see a whole bunch of different starting lineups from Nate Oates this year. Midway through the season, maybe he's going to lock down one, and that's probably the one that we're going to roll with. But I'm glad we have a little bit of depth. He's 5'10" and 5'8". I thought we were talking about Holloway there. Yeah,
5'10" and 5'8".
Oh yeah. My bad. I didn't catch it. Yeah, I don't know. Holloway's listed at 6 feet somewhere, but I'm looking at him on the screen. I'm like, that dude is not 6 feet. I'm 5'10". He's about my height, so it ain't happening. He can shoot though. He can shoot. With that being said, while we continue on basketball, obviously, the NBA Finals are going to start Thursday night. I think 7:30. First game is in OKC. OKC's favored by 9.5 in Game 1 at home. So let's just get your thoughts right quick. What do you think about the finals, and who are you picking? Predictions, anything like that?
Thunder in 5, man. I started to say Thunder in 6, but I think they want to end it at home.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're going to be as susceptible to the big comebacks that the Pacers have put on other people. This is a defense like you haven't seen, deeper than like what the Knicks. You know, they got a lot of pieces they can move around. I just, what the Pacers have accomplished this year is great, and they're on a great run. But no, I love what the Thunder have put together, man. I got Thunder in 5, maybe 6. If it wasn't in Indiana, that'd be a tough one. But a 5 or 6.
I picked Thunder. Let me get to Jake Bates right quick. Did not see it. I would check it out. We would check it out once we get off the air. This would be interesting. Yeah, let us know what he said. JB wants to know what he said as well. I picked Thunder in 6. I think the Pacers are good enough to get out 2. But to your point, it is going to be hard trying to get 1 in OKC at all. That will be interesting. And I already spoke about Thunder and how deep that roster is. I mean, that team is so deep. They can let SGA sit for a little while, and they'll still be in the game, if not winning the game. They play good offense. They got a lot of scoring on that team, and they play really, really, really good lockdown defense. We saw what they did to Minnesota, made Anthony Edwards uncomfortable, made Julius Randle uncomfortable, made all those guys uncomfortable. I think this is OKC season. I think they take it in 6. I'm assuming SGA will be Finals MVP. With that being said, and this is the question I've already asked you, and I don't know if you're going to like this question. Does a win propel SGA to superstar status? He's got the MVP award. He'll have an NBA championship. I'm not too sure on all his endorsement deals and all that, but where does this propel SGA after this?
I think he's definitely superstar status.
Okay.
With the one thing being missing is like butts in the seats, but he's in OKC
Box office draw.
And he's a mid-range jump shooter. So it's like if SGA is coming to town, I don't think he's like, must-see TV.
Yep.
But as far as what he does for the team on the court, he's superstar status. So
exactly. Agree. JP said OKC by 25 in game 1. Yeah, OKC is going to win big in game 1. I agree there. Pacers by 15 in game 2. I don't know about that one. We shall see. Pacers in 6. Looking like, Thunder in 5. I think we all agree there. Thunder's probably going to take the series. To Herb's point, and this is what I mentioned. So I live out here in Arlington, Texas. So if I want to go see the Dallas Mavericks play, and let's just say LeBron's coming to town, I will pay good money to see LeBron play. I'll pay good money to see Steph Curry play. I'll pay good money to see Luka, other guys from opposing, to Kevin Durant to see those guys play. If I hear that the Thunder are coming to town, am I going to say, let me shout out an extra couple of dollars to see SGA and the Thunder? Probably not. It's not that box office draw. He doesn't have that quite yet. I feel like Anthony Edwards was the guy that some people wanted to be the face of the league, but didn't quite get there yet. Maybe somewhere down the line he wins a championship in Minnesota, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. I got the Thunder in 6.
Pacers in 6. Yeah, I like it though.
All right, Carol. We like that. We're gonna hold you to it.
If the Pacers win in 6, I'm gonna buy you a Georgia Bulldog shirt for the upcoming year.
Okay, you're there first. Awesome. We're looking. I will be watching some of the games of the series, and I'm also interested to see what the ratings look like overall. I don't know if they'll be as years pass, but
high as normal. Yep. Sorry, I was trying to find that one where Jay Bake was talking about as far as the Bray being. I forgot to get that Bray being ranked higher than Downs.
I got to pull that one up. So I didn't see that one too. I honestly feel like the guy in Ohio State is probably the best shooter in the country. But Bray Hubbard had an awesome year last year. Excited to see him this year. Wait, did Roger say he could? Oh God, can he go to sleep or something? Before we continue on, man, we're gonna jump into these questions. More people wanted to give you a shout out.
Say happy birthday, Herb.
Happy birthday, Chuck.
Herb.
Happy birthday,
Herb.
Happy birthday, Herb.
Happy birthday, Herb.
Happy birthday, Herb.
Happy birthday, Herb.
Say we love you.
Love you.
We love you.
Oh, the fam. Savon.
Ken is getting big.
Yeah, Ken is getting big, talking a lot more lately. You saw Jody in the background. Jody took off running to get away from us, but she's still out there hanging out. So.
All right, Herb. We made it to just about the top of the hour. The closing, but we can't end a birthday show without questions of death. So I got 2 questions for you tonight. First one's gonna be easy. I don't know about the second one. As y'all know, we like to play Work, Play, Live, Ditch here at the Herb and Rodg podcast. We're gonna do Work, Play, Live, Ditch offensive line edition.
Okay.
Because we just mentioned how good the offensive line is supposed to be. Caden Proctor, Jaden Roberts, Parker's Brailford, and Wilkin Formby. Who you got? Oh, shout out to E. Thank you for joining us, sir. We played your video earlier. We appreciate you, man. So with those 4, who are you doing? Work, play, live, ditch.
Me and Jaden Roberts are going out. First off, he's the only one I got a shirt. I hate that I didn't put the shirt closer so I could show everybody. I got one of his shirts. He just seems like the kind of guy that has a good time. So me and Jaden Roberts going to hang out. I'll probably work with Parker Brailsford. He seems like the kind of guy that would have everything like in order and your TPS reports brought up and know where everything is supposed to go and have all that stuff. So definitely him. Who was my other 2?
Wilkin Formby and Caden Proctor.
I'll probably live next door to Proctor. He seemed like he's going to be a high draft pick and be making some money. And so my house next to his house might look pretty nice, but he just seems like the kind of guy. It'll be cool.
Are you saying that because you think he's going to buy you things for your house, or just?
I'm just gonna think if I can borrow stuff, then he's the guy to borrow stuff from. So
if you borrow stuff from him, you don't have to return it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to ditch for me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Especially after everything that he's been through with the hate and stuff. I hate doing that to him. But
I hate that, man. I hate that people reach out to him in that, man. That's messed up. Okay. So Herb basically wants to live next to Caden Proctor so he can borrow some of his ridiculous big old TV screens and put them on the wall and not return them. Okay, gotcha.
Never return them. And what's up, E? Thank you for chiming in, bro.
All right, question number 2, and I hope Brittany's listening. All right. So next year for your birthday, let's just say you happen to win a stay at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico for a certain number of days and nights, whatever the case may be. You got 4 options as far as people to go with. Here are your options. Let me know who you're going with. Herb and Rodg, you and me go to Mexico for a few days, chill out, have some margaritas, talk sports. B, you and Big Mike get to go to Mexico. C, you and Bo from Football Talking with Bo get to go to Mexico. Or D, you and Brittany get to go to Mexico. Don't you do it. No, we can't hear you. Herb?
And that's my answer.
Come on now. You can't do this, Herb. It took me a long time.
Come on. Look, Rodg, between me and you, but for the show, I'm going to pick Brittany so I don't get in trouble.
Yes.
I'm going to pick Brittany so I don't get in trouble.
Hey, we're good. That's the answer I was looking for. I appreciate it. Hey, I like her first. I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate you. With that being said, as you can see, Herb still has some more partying to do tonight. I heard Giannis Antetokounmpo is coming into town to his house. LeBron's going to be there. Herb's going to have a big shindig at the house tonight and somehow wake up for work in the morning.
Yep.
In all seriousness, wait, this is another answer. Yeah, wow. Hey, man. Britannia's getting mad. Britannia, hey, what can I say? You're going to be at the house. We're going to be in Mexico.
Mexico.
In all seriousness, Herb, we appreciate you for joining us tonight. Love you, man. We can't thank you enough for everything you've done. Herb is the engineer and the brains behind the Herb and Rodg podcast. He's the one that gets the ball rolling. Love you, man. Appreciate you. Anything else? Any more last comments before we head out?
No, sir, man. Just Rodg, doing this show with you has been my absolute pleasure. You're not usually as annoying as you always. No, I'm just joking. I just had a lot of fun, man. I have a lot of fun doing this show, man. And everybody who tunes in, man, we appreciate you, especially the regulars that have been along for the whole ride. We always say, man, the comments make our show, and we appreciate every single one of you, man. Nah, Big Mike, nobody would ditch you, man. You know we love you. I'll probably just send you and Rodg to Mexico.
Well, he's not president of the RFC anymore, so Mike's gonna have to go by himself or with somebody else. He's not president of RFC. So, you know, I'm just playing. We appreciate you guys for joining us in the chat. Again, to her point, we appreciate all the loyal ones, all the day ones, and everybody else afterwards. Love you guys. Hope everybody has a great night. And as always,
wait, hold on. Wait, you got one more, right?
No, that's it. You're good. You're good.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Love you.
Love you.
How were you going to forget that one? You were going to give me in so much trouble.
I still got it on the list. You didn't give me any time. Love you guys.
You were about to click the end stream, so I was like, "Oh God, she's going to kill." Oh,
I promise I wasn't. I wasn't. I got you. Because I have the whole list right here. So her name's still right here.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. All right. Appreciate you guys. Everybody have a good night. Check us out Saturday night, Herb and Rodg Unhinged, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be talking about whatever we can wrap up with the rest of the week and just winding down. If you want to join us, make sure you're hydrated as well. We love to hydrate. So
we're going to tell Randy and Mike how we would never ditch them because we love them both on Saturday.
Yes, we love them. So never. Yeah. They're saying double and triple ditch. Good gracious. But happy birthday. Looking forward to next year and everything that we have coming our way and everybody else's way. Love you guys. Roll Tide.